Cold takes.
If they don't make it to the finals, then this might be one of the biggest L's in NBA history.
Hot topics.
All right, well, I want to give you an apology. Tyrese Halliburton may have proved me wrong.
The best analysis.
But Jokic, he might be the best player in the league this season. He really might be the MVP.
This is the Full Court Report.
And we are back. The Full Court Report.
There.
Season 2, episode number 5. How are you boys doing?
We're doing pretty good.
I'm doing pretty bad, but, you know, life goes on.
Yeah. Hey, you got football to look forward to today is Thursday, August 29th. 7 days from now, the NFL season will be underway, so you got that to look forward to.
Philly Eagles, baby. We're going all the way.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we are.
No.
So, keep your head up, Toby. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's all I can say. But, yeah, I mean, so we got a fun show on tap. But, you know, I think you mentioned this, Toby, on that, first episode back, that, you know, the WNBA, that is, has really taken some strides since we, you know, first started the show. And, you know, we might dedicate some segments to talking about them. And I figured, why not? They're in the middle of their season right now. So why not spend a few minutes talking about what's happening over there in the WNBA? And, you know, it's really, like you said, Toby, it's really reached new heights this season. TV ratings have gone up. Jersey sales are way up. The league is going to be expanding next season. Golden State is getting their own franchise in 2025. And then Toronto will have their own team in 2026. And, you know, as much as you want to give credit to everyone in the whole league, and I think it's their credit is due, you know, players like Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart, the list goes on. I think 2 players in particular who entered the league this season really have are a big reason as to the increased popularity of the league, that being Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. They've really taken the storm this year. So, I don't know. I figure we just take a few minutes, kind of talk about what's happening with the WNBA and, you know, any thoughts on what you guys have seen this year in the W.
Yeah, man, I think it's great. You know, it's just inclusivity is the word, I think. I don't know how to say it. We want everybody to be included. And I mean, hey man, I wouldn't mind going over to the park and, you know, some ladies giving me buckets. Like, so what, man? If she's competitive and, you know, she's into it just as much as we are, I feel like she should be able to have an outlet to, you know, all women should have an outlet to play collegiately, professionally, you know, have their way into going the way that we've been doing all these years.
I agree with that. I think, obviously, you know, Caitlin Clark going into the league, it brought a bunch of attention to the WNBA. I don't think this is going to be like a one-season thing where, you know, the popularity is crazy and stuff like that. I feel like, you know, new fans are created and the league is going to continue to grow and expand. I'm happy because as much of a jokester and stuff as I am, I hate the like the WNBA jokes that people make. Like, there was a viral thing a couple of years ago where they asked, would you rather your local WNBA team win a championship or have $5? And I always thought, like, first of all, like, why are you shitting on the WNBA? I mean, these ladies, they put in hard work. They'll probably give anybody that's not a professional basketball player buckets. And I'm just happy that, you know, I think the vibes and I think people are thinking differently about the WNBA, actually watching it, seeing how skilled the players are and stuff like that. So I'm happy. And I hope that WNBA can start making their own money, because people for years kept saying that, they don't make money and the NBA was just funding them and they're, just a losing money organization. So I hope that changes.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get into all that stuff, Toby, but since you brought it up, let's keep it moving. I mean, like, whether I don't know if any of that stuff is true. It probably is. They were probably, in a deficit for probably a long time. But we got players, we got WNBA players with their own shoes now. You know, college girls are getting NIL deals. Like, people want to see these girls doing their thing. I had a kid that I have at work say that he bought his mom the Sabrina Ionescu shoes for Christmas, and I was like, that's tough.
Nice.
Like, that's a nice gift. And his mom used to play college ball, so it was like a sentimental, it meant something. And I always, I'm a sneakerhead, so I was always looking forward to this new shoes coming out. And bro, I would totally buy a pair of Sabrina Ionescu shoes. She's got clean Nikes, bro.
Probably way better than some of the Nike shoes in the NBA.
Oh
Some of
yeah,
the
I
new
think she's
shoes
got
and
a
stuff.
better shoe than probably everybody other than like LeBron, probably.
Yeah,
Nike basketball has fallen off so hard, bro. When we were kids, man, we had the prime of Nike basketball, dude.
no, I mean, I think you really hit it on the nail. I mean, I feel like this year, at least me personally speaking, I've watched more WNBA games than, any season prior. I went to two WNBA games. We live in the New Jersey, New York area, so I went to two Liberty games earlier in the season. I went to a Phoenix Mercury Liberty game, and then later in the season, I think it was before the Olympics started, I went and saw the Chicago Sky, Angel Reese. So again, I really feel like it's taking good strides in the right direction, that is, and I don't know, it's just a lot of fun. I feel like, Toby, like you said, it's people that are trying to get clicks, likes, whatever on social media, making jokes about, like, women's basketball. It's not a serious sport, etc. But I don't know. You take any time to watch it, I feel like you'll see it's really not. It's these players are legit, and like you said, I think any one of them, unless you've dedicated your life to playing basketball, you're probably not going to be beating any of them one-on-one. So,
Oh yeah.
but like I mentioned, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in particular, they have really, taken the league by storm. I feel like, again, that's a lot who you can credit to the increased popularity of the league this year, but it's been a insane rookie of the year race between those two. And, I guess my question is, who do you guys think is going to win? But before I even get into that, I kind of want to just break down everything that those two have accomplished this season already. So for Caitlin, she broke the rookie record for assists already. There's 10 games left in her season, and she already broke the record for assists by a rookie in a season. She had 19 assists in a game, which is a WNBA record, not just a rookie record, but a WNBA record. She was the first rookie to record a triple-double in league history. And she's on pace, back to the assists, she's on pace to break the single season record for assists overall, like just by any player, which was set last year by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun. Like I said, she has 10 games left, and she needs 70 assists to break the record. So if she averages 7 assists per game, she'll break it. Right now, she's averaging 8.2. So at least she's on pace. And then I think yesterday, maybe 2 days ago, she broke the rookie record for most threes in a season. So again, Caitlin I don't know. It's ridiculous what she's doing, but not to be outdone by what Angel Reese has been doing for the Chicago Sky. She earlier in the season, she recorded 15 straight double-doubles, which was a WNBA record. She was the first player to record 3 straight games with 20 or more rebounds. Again, that was the first player in WNBA history to do that. Do either of you want to guess There was 2 players, I believe, in the NBA who have ever done that. 3 straight games with 20 or more rebounds. Do either of you want to guess who you think that was?
Rodman.
Wait, you
Not
talking
Rodman.
about the WNBA?
Will.
No, NBA. NBA
Oh,
players
okay.
who have recorded 3 straight games or more with 20 or more rebounds.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain is one of them, yes.
Bill Russell.
It is not Bill Russell.
Wow.
Wow. I was thinking Bill Russell.
He's actually more of a modern player.
Drummond.
No, but he did
What?
play
How about-
for Detroit.
How about this guy right here?
KG? No.
You
Shaq?
said he did play for Detroit? Ben
I feel like
Wallace.
that's a big. Yes, sir. Ben
Wow.
Wallace.
So
The
Ben
last
Wallace
player-
and Wilt.
Wallace.
I don't know if those are the only 2 players, but it was Ben Wallace was the last player in the NBA to do that, and then before that, it was Wilt Chamberlain. So, I mean, and then she has 22 double doubles on the season, Angel Reese, and she's 1 away from breaking the rookie record there, and 7 away from breaking the overall WNBA record.
Wow.
So, again, those 2 have been absolutely phenomenal for their respective teams, and but I don't know. Just based off all of that, who do you guys think is the rookie of the year this season?
Well, what do you think, Toby?
All right, so I was thinking about this, and just to be that guy, I really wanted to choose Angel Reese and try to play devil's advocate and stuff like that, but I can't do it. I feel like, I mean, stats wise, like obviously she's averaging more points and assists, whereas Angel Reese, is more defensive and has way more, rebounds and stuff like that. But I just feel like Caitlin Clark is a more revolutionary player in terms of she's bringing something that the WNBA has never seen. Like, kind of like recently in the past 20 years in the NBA, we've seen more 3-pointers with Steph Curry and James Harden, and way more triple doubles with Westbrook and Harden, stuff like that. And I feel like she kind of brings it all to the table. Whereas Angel Reese, I think it's kind of sucks that you both started in the same year for Angel Reese, because she's not going to win it. I'm just saying that right now. But I mean, the only thing I can give Angel Reese, I was looking at it, was turnovers, where Caitlin Clark averages like 5.5 turnovers and Angel Reese only averages like 2. Obviously, Caitlin Clark's bringing the ball up, probably has the ball way more possession wise and stuff like that, making more passes. But another thing I thought of too was it reminds me of LeBron a little bit, when LeBron came into the league, where everybody was saying he's the chosen one. He's going to be the next greatest player and stuff like that. And in the past, when we've seen some of the players, they don't pan out, but she's stepping up to the table. I think she's going to be top 5, one of the greatest WNBA players of all time.
I agree with a lot of what you said there, Toby. I agree that Caitlin Clark is the easy rookie of the year choice. I agree that she is going to be a generational WNBA talent. But that lady Angel Reese is already dominating the league, like physically. Like, she went to LSU just like Shaq. Like, it's a little Shaq-ish, a little lady Shaq.
Shaq-ish.
She, everybody's whole thing is she's getting all of her rebounds is off her own misses, and she has no bag and all this. I don't know the exact numbers, but I've seen people on social media talk about it plenty of times. We've probably all seen it. Angel Reese, even if you took out all of her rebounds that she gets off of her own misses, she would still have double-digit rebounds, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, it's barely any of her rebounds that she's getting off of her own misses. And I can't remember who I saw talking about it, but all she's got to do is develop offense. That's all she's got to do. 3-4 years from now, she might be a better player than Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark might have the accolades,
No
better
way.
team, whatever it is, might have more championships. But I think it's a little weird if they would one-on-one because it's two completely different players. But like like a one-on-one, like who's better? If Angel Reese can dedicate a lot of her off seasons and training to offense and actually having something that physicality with the skill, bro. I don't know. I don't
No
know.
way.
A little
There's
scary. A
no
little
way.
scary. That's a little scary, Toby.
There's no. Caitlin Clark will be a better player for their entire careers.
That's kind of crazy.
Give it maybe like I'll give 1 or 2 seasons to Angel Reese where she has it if she goes off or whatever. But dude, Caitlin Clark is insane.
60 rebounds in 3 games, Toby.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Okay. I mean, Caitlin Clark, Jorie said it himself. She's breaking records, all kind of assists records and stuff like that. She's only going to get better.
Breaking all that
Angel Reese is
assist
going to get
records.
better,
She's
but
probably about to break the turnover record too. You said she's averaging 5 a game.
so what? She'll learn. She's going to learn, bro. She's going to get better, more efficient.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's those two, again, have been insane. I think Caitlin Clark leads the WNBA in assists, and Angel Reese leads the WNBA in rebounds. It's pretty crazy that they're both rookies and they're just leading the whole league in like 2 major stat categories. Yeah, I mean, I think I have to pick Caitlin for Rookie of the Year. I mean, like, Angel has been fantastic, and honestly, like, I think a lot of people, including myself, didn't think she was going to be able to translate her game from college to the WNBA as well as she has. Like, like what you were just saying, Justin, like, she doesn't really have the most like developed offensive game. And I think a lot of people saw that and was like, oh, well, now you're going to be going up against even better players in the WNBA. How is she going to be able to fare? But I don't know. I think people just underestimated really just like her tenacity as a player, maybe just like her motor, and just like her ability to be just relentless.
Can't teach motor. You can't teach motor.
It's really like it's just like an effort thing, a mentality thing, and I think that's really what helped her or has helped her during her rookie season. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, they're both fantastic, and I think it's really funny, like, we talked about the increased popularity and then these 2 players coming to the league. And honestly, this whole rookie class has been great. Rakia Jackson for the LA Sparks, Camilla Cardoso, who's also on the Sky. She's been great. Cameron Brink, who was on the Sparks, but she tore her ACL like really early in the season. So like this whole rookie class is going to be really good. So, but it's crazy. Like, it feels a lot like, and obviously we weren't alive when this happened, but it feels a lot like when Magic Johnson and Larry Bird entered the NBA, because it came at a time when the NBA wasn't what it was now. Obviously it's a lot more popular. Not only that, you can draw the parallel that those 2, Magic and Bird, they played one another in a national championship game in college. Right, like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese also did that. That's pretty like funny that you can kind of draw like a parallel there. And then now they're like, 2 insanely good rookies. Like Magic Johnson was the Finals MVP his rookie season. I think Larry Bird was like top 5 in MVP his rookie season. Like, they were both absolutely crazy their rookie season, and you can kind of draw a parallel to what Caitlin and Angel are doing. So. And then, of course, the increased popularity of like the WNBA, like people want to watch these 2. And I think that's exactly what happened with Magic and Bird. Like, they really changed the way the NBA kind of was presented, like it got them a lot more eyes on the league. So I think it's just maybe this is really like a turning point for the WNBA.
I hope so.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I want to emphasize one last point, though. I don't think, like, from what I was saying before, like, she kind of reminds me of LeBron a little bit with, all the attention that she was getting and stuff like that. But I don't think there was a player that received like as much I don't want to call it hate, but she was like kind of targeted by a lot of other players because they thought, she didn't have it or whatever reason, like, she's doesn't deserve all this attention and stuff like that. And she, stepped up to the table. And I think that like that mentality always kind of sticks out to me because it's like, I don't know. It's a hard thing to do when everybody's shitting on you and, targeting you and
Leaving you off the Olympic team.
yeah, talking crap and stuff like that. And then and the thing is, like, she's not even a big trash talker or anything like that. That seems to me like she just kind of keeps everything to herself. But lets her
Talks with her game. She
lets
talks
her
with
game do the
If-
talking.
If you're talking trash,
Mhm.
I'm circling that matchup on the calendar, bro. I'm dropping 30 on you. I'm giving you triple double action. Like, zip your lip. We're talking.
That's one of my favorite characteristics, though. Somebody that just lets their game do the talking, like a Tim Duncan type of. I'm not saying she's Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think she's definitely a little more fiery than Tim.
Yeah.
Duncan,
But I'm just saying, like, it's very impressive.
No, I definitely agree with that. Like, she was definitely kind of getting bullied when she came into the league, but she's really held her own. Like, seriously, I mean, she's, like I said, breaking all these records, and her team is right now, I guess, in playoff position. So, I mean, she's doing everything she can to really live up to those expectations that she had when she was drafted. But yeah, man. So it's been fun. This has been a really fun season for the W, and I'm sure we'll talk about more of it down the line, man. So yeah, good stuff. But so now we're gonna transition to the NBA, and we had a different topic initially that we wanted to talk about. Anthony Edwards made some comments about the '90s, not having any skilled players, but then something pretty big happened, so we figured, like, let's pivot and let's talk about this. So the Warriors, they extended somebody. He's pretty good. I don't know if you guys know him, Stephen Curry. He's like he's like a point guard. He shoots the ball pretty well. But they gave him $62.6 million on Thursday. So they gave him quite a bit of cash. And this extension, it's only a 1-year extension, but it's going to keep him with the team through the 2026-2027 season. And with this extension, he became the third player in NBA history, along with LeBron and KD, to pass $500 million in career earnings. So shout out to Mr. Curry. But yeah, I mean, I figured we could talk about this extension a little bit. So what do you guys think of this extension? And also, do you think that, over the next 3 seasons, are the Warriors going to remain competitive during Steph's kind of twilight years, I guess you could call them?
Well, for me, at least, I find it a little odd that it's only a 1-year extension. That just kind of leaves like a lot up in the air. I feel like what's going on in that guy Steph Curry's mind that he's only signing a 1-year extension with the team he's been with his whole career. Like, team up with Braun, team up with KD again, come to the Knicks, lead the Mecca of basketball to another championship, or is he gonna just sign this 1-year deal and say, you know what, I've had enough, I'm out of here. I gave all I had, and I'm retiring. I just think it's a little spooky if you're a Warriors fan. You don't know what's going on.
Well,
I don't think so.
let me just jump in because I was reading this ESPN article, and I don't know if this is a new rule, but it says Curry was eligible to sign only a 1-year extension due to the NBA's over 38 rule, which prevents teams from offering contracts of 4 years or more to players who will be 38 years or older during that deal. So right now, I guess Steph Curry is 36 years old, I believe. And I think by the end of this extension, he'll be 39. So maybe that's why. Like, I don't really know. I don't.
What the
I'm-
hell is the
I'm-
point of that rule?
Yeah, I have really no idea. Like that just feels like ageism, you know.
That
But
doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, I don't really understand that rule either, Toby. To be completely honest with you, but that's just what it says. I'm just reading what ESPN wrote in their article about it.
Okay.
But I don't know. Just figured
I
I'd
think
say that.
I think Steph Curry isn't going anywhere. Warriors fans, you got absolutely nothing to worry about.
I
And
don't know,
especially if
man. Him and LeBron were looking a little chit chatty during the Olympics there, buddy. I don't know.
if anything, LeBron is joining Steph, not the other way
That's
around.
not happening. Rich Paul already told us that's not happening.
Well, then they will never be teammates on the same NBA team.
Nah, you got to dream big, Toby.
Warriors fans, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Steph Curry will never leave.
I would be worried. I would be worried.
There is nothing, especially with that rule. Like, I didn't know that was even a thing. So if that's the case, then obviously, that affects it. But the day Steph Curry leaves the Warriors is the day I'm done with basketball.
What?
I feel
What?
because
Why are you glazing this guy so hard? You've
No,
never
because
been a Curry fan.
because I'm sick and like I want to bring it back to an age where, and this might sound a little weird, but an age where players stay on the team. That
Okay. Yeah,
player
yeah.
loyalty, it doesn't exist anymore. Nowadays, you go on like a 5-game losing streaks, and the star player wants to move to a different team. They don't care about who drafted them or building relationships with their teammates and coaches and stuff like that. Steph Curry is one of the only players I can really think of that has stayed on his team his entire career. There's some other players like Giannis and stuff like that, but obviously haven't had as long as of a career. So with that being said, I don't think that the Warriors have what it takes to stay competitive. I think Steph's going to be 38 going on 39 at that 26-27 season. I don't think there's one season from now till then where they make the Western Conference Finals. I think they might be like a low playing team type of deal. But it makes me feel good that he's resigning. And I think once that contract is over, I think he's done. I don't think he's going to resign. I don't know how well he's going to play at that point, but that's the kind of vibes that I'm getting.
With the way that the current roster is constructed, Steph's playing for nothing at this point in his career. The guy's playing for nothing.
What does he have to? He doesn't. I mean, he's done it all. Like, what else?
I know. He doesn't have anything left to prove, but like, he's playing for nothing. I don't think he's even sniffing the play-in. With this team, bro, his second best options, Andrew Wiggins, like the guy never doesn't play for personal reasons every other game. And Draymond, guy's going to be suspended 40 games for punching Steve Kerr in the face this season. Like, it's just not it, bro. It's not it.
See, that's like the mentality that I'm tired of.
What?
Like players thinking that their whole season is over before it even starts. Like they have
I'm
no
not a player.
shot.
I'm not a player. I'm a fan saying that.
I know, but I think that's a similar type of mentality that a lot of the players have. And that's why there's so many, trade requests and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of being dramatic.
I don't know. All I'm saying is, if I was a player, I could be one of the bummiest bums off the end of the bench. If I was on Golden State, even if I thought like, hey man, I can go somewhere else and actually get minutes, bro, I'm getting paid to sit around and watch basketball courtside in San Fran in California. Like, certain places I would let that slide, but if I was in like Utah, bro, if I was playing for the Jazz and I wasn't getting minutes,
What's wrong with Utah?
Agent, get me out of here, man.
See, I think the small market teams deserve a little love.
Maybe if
Utah's
I
a
was
great
drafted there, if I was drafted there and playing, I'd love it. But if I was traded there and I don't get a minute on the court all season. 20 games in, I'm like, yo, Rich Paul, get me out of here.
Yeah, Rich Paul. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I said, Steph is going to be 39 by the end of this extension. And it's also worth, I guess, noting or keeping in mind that Draymond, that same season when Steph Curry's, like last year, he has a player option that year that he could pick up. So that could, like Toby said, I mean, I feel like this is it. Like, I feel like Steph has, and his whole career, we've always talked about, oh, well, Steph's game is going to age so gracefully because he's such a great shooter, and he's never been like overly reliant on being like an insane athlete, like above the rim athlete or anything like that. And I agree, and I think he could play for as long as he wants, honestly. But like, also, what is there to play for, right? Like, he has nothing left to play for. Like, I don't think he could retire. He could retire today, and I don't think there would be anyone like in their right mind that wouldn't really classify him as like a top 5 point guard of all time. You know, like he's
Top
just
three.
yeah. I
Top
mean, you
three.
could debate it. Like you could say he's the best point guard of all time. You know, like it's
A lot of
like
people do.
so. I don't know. Like there's really at this point, I feel like it's just chasing accolades, whatever else he needs to chase, like, adding to his career points total, whatever else there is, just, continuing to establish his legacy as a player in the league and with the Warriors. But I don't know. I really feel like after this, I mean, and obviously 3 years, that's a long time. A lot can happen in 3 years. But to me, I feel like after this extension, kind of goes through, I feel like he's going to hang it up.
From like a personal standpoint, so has like a young family and stuff like that, so he probably wants to spend more time with them. Especially like you said, if the Warriors are gonna suck and he's not playing for anything, like he's already made millions of dollars and stuff like that. I'm sure he'll have a ton of endorsements and stuff. So there's really no other reason besides the love of the game and for your legacy if you want to try to break other records and stuff like that. So I think he'll be done. But I mean, he's already aged gracefully. I mean, he's 36 now. He had a great season. He's he's doing all right.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of relate it to like Kobe, like Kobe's last 3 years. I looked it up. He only played 107 games over his final 3 seasons with the Lakers, and they also missed the playoffs every year. And like people still watch Lakers games. People still tuned in to watch Kobe's final game, which was like, insane, putting up 60 points. Against the Jazz, I think it was. Hit a game winner.
You know what else is crazy? That same exact night, the Warriors went 73-9.
Yeah,
that same exact
that
night.
was a historic night in the NBA. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Steph Curry is Steph Curry, and I think he's always going to have eyes on him. Regardless of how bad the Warriors are, I feel like people are going to tune in to watch him because he's just such a fascinating player, and he always has been. But I mean, I don't know. I think there's reason to believe that they can be, at least this season, that they can be like competitive.
Nope.
I mean, I think it takes.
Yeah.
I think it would take. No, I mean, hear me out. I think it would take a lot
No.
from Steph. Obviously, they need Steph to be as one of the best players in the league again. If you get a good season from Draymond, I think obviously that'll help. And I remember, I think I said this when we first started this show, however many years ago. I think that was the draft when Jonathan Kuminga was entered the NBA. And I remember saying, like, I don't know if I really like him as a player, if he's going to be anything special. But last season, he had a really good year. And there was a lot of times where I was watching Warriors games and I was like, geez, like this guy can like definitely develop into like a really good player if they, give him the touches and everything.
I want to say something.
Okay.
We had a segment earlier this year about who we thought like would be most improved players. I was highly, highly considering Jonathan Kuminga.
Mhm.
Oh, sure you were. Yeah, sure you were.
I promise. I promise I was. I don't think I said it
Yeah,
on that podcast, but I think Jorie, I think you're right.
No, I mean, like there was games last year where I don't know, man. He's just got a different gear. I feel like that I just didn't really see the first, I guess, 2 seasons, and I don't know, man. I don't know what he did this offseason, like what he worked on this offseason, but I feel like he could have a really good year. And then you said Wiggins, we'll see if he can get back to what he was when they won a title. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm not saying that the Warriors are going to be anything fantastic, but I feel like they could be pretty competitive. I'm always an optimistic guy. I feel like
I'm
I
not. I'm
always
a
look
pretty
at
negative guy. The West is too good. I just feel like the West is too good. There's that's why I said yeah, maybe they can be a play-in team. Maybe they could even win the play-in. But until Curry retires, they're never going to make a Western Conference Finals. And that's what it is. I'm
Wow.
sticking to it.
Okay. Okay. Bold takes. I might have to add that to the intro.
Yeah, you should, but I like it. I'm on board with Toby.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting news, obviously, whenever a guy signs an extension, especially a superstar. So we'll see what happens. Again, we're inching closer and closer to the season, and it should be a lot of fun. But yeah, so covered our 2 topics, or at least the ones I had on this little rundown here. So I don't know, Justin, if you want to do the game show thing, if you want me to do it.
I mean, I wasn't really prepared to do it, so if you wanna do this one, that's fine with me.
All right, let me share my screen. So Justin, I think you found this game. I guess basically how it works, you just click this refresh button up here, and it gives you a random team, right? And then it shows them the, I guess, starting lineup for the team, and then whoever they think is the 6th man on that roster, and you just essentially build a team. And it's kind of like what we've been doing with the random team wheel this whole time, except now you actually have options, and it's current day players. And yeah, so I guess we can really see our team building skills. I think it makes sense to go one at a time just because of how this works, because it'll, build a team at once.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do either one of you want to go first?
How about you go first, Jorie?
Oh, geez. Geez, oh man. All right, well, I guess I'm going first. Let's see how this goes. We get the New Orleans Pelicans. And see, like, it's funny, like, you want to take whoever you think the best player is, but you also have to think, like, all right, well, is there other teams that are going to have players good at that position? And then,
Yeah.
but I'm going to start with Mr. Williamson, Zion.
All right.
All right. Now I get the Sacramento Kings. And you see, I'm between 2 players here. I feel like it makes more sense to take the big man, because I don't know if I'm going to get another center better than Sabonis, but I feel like I could land on a team with a good enough point guard.
You're
So
taking
I-
Saboner?
I don't know. What do you guys? It's tough.
I'm not giving you any input.
I'm not. I don't want to help you out, but I know who I would.
Like, also, like,
I might even give you the wrong information.
in terms of team building, like,
I would pick Kevin Huerter, bro. You need his floor spacer.
yeah, okay.
Oh,
Like, wouldn't it be cool to see De'Aaron Fox and Zion? That would be cool. Cool little duo right there. But, I don't know. I think I'm going to go De'Aaron Fox.
Wow, that's crazy.
no, it's a solid choice.
And
I
there
like
it is. That's why we do it,
Wow.
baby.
I like that. I like that.
That's why we do it. And we just got the Sixers. I
Wow.
took Joel Embiid. Ooh. Well, I mean, see? This is working out pretty well for me here.
Who'd you take?
Well, I just had the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah, I mean,
Who'd
for
you
those
take?
who
I
are
didn't see.
watching. I took Ant-Man.
Of course.
And I So right now I got De'Aaron Fox, Anthony Edwards, Zion, and Joel Embiid.
Bozo. Joel and Bozo.
Now I'm at the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see. Like I could take like DeJounte Murray, and it'll like I think if you take so many players at a certain position, it'll just like make them the sixth man. So it might make sense to just take like Trae Young, but I don't know. I feel like I think I'm gonna take DeJounte here, and then just hope I can get a small forward. And look at that,
Ooh, okay.
Jimmy. Okay, well I don't know what they did here, but so this is my lineup. 81-1. That's their projection for me.
Wow.
I got De'Aaron Fox, Anthony Edwards, DeJounte Murray. I guess realistically, I would have Fox, Edwards, Jimmy, Zion, and Embiid, and then bring DeJounte off the bench. But yeah,
81-1 is crazy. There's
I don't
no
know.
way.
I've
That's not possible.
done this a couple of times, and they kind of go crazy with the records. So
Yeah, nah, the records don't. They don't.
That's
mean it.
kind of insane.
But whoever does
But
have the best
81-1.
record is the winner. So, Toby,
is
you
that
gotta
what we're
be-
doing?
Is that
I
what we're
mean,
doing? Because
you're-
good
we just
luck.
lost.
I'm getting the worst end of the stick. I volunteer on going last because I was kicking your butts in the last other couple games that we were doing.
All right. Wait.
right,
So, am I able to pick any one of these players? Like,
Oh,
for
you
example-
can't pick any of those guys, you bozo.
Well, how come I didn't go first?
Wait. So wait, Toby can't pick any of these guys? Is that?
I'm down. No, I'm down.
That's what
I'll pick my own team.
That's we should have did one at a time. Oh,
Yeah,
but
I
then
mean,
they do this at the
Yeah,
end. Okay,
you wouldn't be able to. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I mean, you have it written down, right, Justin?
Yeah, I got it written down.
All right. So I guess we're not doing duplicates. That's the
No
rule here.
duplicates.
If you want to do them, that's fine. I don't care. We can do.
I don't need no duplicates.
All right. All right, Toby, you're up. I'll just refresh it here, and here we go. Oklahoma City Thunder. This is a good starting point for you.
Give me SGA, baby.
All right, Gordon Hayward.
2025 MVP. That's
All
an
right.
easy pick for me.
Oh, see, you're already running into
shit.
trouble. So I guess Zion is off the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get wrecked.
That's cool with me. I don't want Zion anyways. Give me Brandon Ingram.
Alrighty.
Wait. Can I put Brandon Ingram at the 3?
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can do whatever you want once your team is formed, but so Brandon Ingram?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure you don't want Herb Jones or Trey
No,
Murphy?
Hell no. Hell no.
Jose Alvarado?
No.
Alrighty. Houston Rockets.
Ooh. Best team in the NBA, baby.
So you got SGA and Brandon Ingram.
Oh, this kind of sucks. I don't want to take Sengun. I don't want to take Sengun, but
Oh, I don't know. That might be the best pick right now. I don't know.
give me Jalen Green. I'll put him at the 2.
There we
Give me
go. There we
Jalen
go.
Green.
All right. You got a nice little 1, 2, 3 right there. Oh, see, now you got
Oh,
You can still pick Trey Young.
I mean, yeah, 6 man or I guess he would
Trae Young
technically-
off the bench, though.
unless you want to play him at point, SGA at the 2. I don't know if that would work.
Give me Trae Young off the bench. Leave my bench squad. I feel like he'll get buckets.
This
Trae
guy,
Young,
Toby needs 2 bigs, or he can move Brandon Ingram to the 4.
Trae
I'm
Young
not
is the
doing
pick.
that. What's that?
Trae Young is the
Trae
pick.
Young's the pick. Trae Young's the guy. Yeah.
Alrighty. Memphis Grizzlies.
Ooh.
Wow, you're getting a lot of point guards.
Damn.
I mean, he's got a nice little Jaren.
It's an easy little pick. I got to take JJJ.
At the
And
4?
considering what?
At the 4 or the 5? I mean, I guess you could decide with the next pick
Depends who I
anyway.
get. Depends who I get.
All right.
Jaren
Just hold on to
Jackson
him for now.
Jr.
Ah, jeez. Oh my god.
I mean,
Kuzma.
what do you
Bring him
mean?
home.
Marvin at the 4 and JJJ at the 5 ain't bad.
You know what? I like Kuzma.
Pool
I've always been a Kuzma fan. I like Kuzma. Guy's got a great 3-pointer.
And there it is. There's your squad, Toby.
Oh,
80
you're
and
beating me.
2.
80 and 2.
Elbow.
Interesting.
All right.
So I like it. I mean, you were a little small, but it is what it is.
I
All right,
like that
Justin.
team. I like that team.
I'm ready to go. Let's get her.
Justin is ready to go. Here we go. And number 1.
Yes, sir.
Fucking
Yes,
up.
sir.
Ran through team in the league. The most ran through team in the league.
Wow. I mean,
I
I don't know, man.
guess give me Clint Capella. For now, he's going to be
Ah,
the 6th man. I hope we can get a better center.
Ooh. All right. The Brooklyn.
Oh.
Oh, they still have McHale on here. Wow.
I'm going to
That's-
take your
that's
boy,
kinda-
Toby. I'm going to take Cam.
good choice. Excellent choice.
They still have McHale. That's funny. All right.
Steph.
Steph, yeah, that's easy. They still
And
have
it's
Chris
a-
Paul.
Yeah, and Clay. Wow.
Hey, come on, sports games.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, give me Wemby.
Wembenyama.
Damn.
I got a sweet little team.
The Clippers.
Ooh.
Give me
With Paul
Kawhi.
George and Russ. You
Give me
want Kawhi?
Kawhi.
All right, I think this is your last pick, right?
Yep.
Ooh,
Give
here
me
we
Kevin
go.
Durant.
Damn.
What?
Good.
71 and 11.
Oh my gosh.
So terrible. My team is way better than Toby's.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all.
Steph, Cam, Kawhi, KD, Wemby.
First of all, well, you would start Victor, right?
Yeah, obviously.
That team is
Wow.
buckets. That team is buckets, though.
Literally.
Yeah,
We got
it really is.
defense. We got floor spacing. We got the rebounding.
I mean, yeah, we don't have to go off the record, but that's a pretty solid team. It's a pretty solid team you got there, Mr. Sadovi.
yeah.
Damn.
I mean, I have the best point guard out of all of us.
Who did I take at point guard? I forget.
You have Fox.
Oh, De'Aaron Fox. Okay, yeah.
Curry is better than SGA.
Ooh.
Only because he's on my team. I don't actually think that, but only because he's on my
All
team.
right. All right.
But I got Joel Embiid.
Oh, relax. Anthony Edwards is that's you, Jorie. That's the best shooting guard we all have. Kawhi, if he's playing, is the best small forward, but I guess I'll give it to Jimmy. KD is the best power, because you have Kuzma at the 4, Toby. KD is definitely the best power forward. And I mean, if you give it another season, I think Wemby might be better than Embiid.
What?
Wow. That's a
I
bold
mean,
take.
that's not. No, I don't know.
But
That's
I
pretty
definitely
crazy.
have the worst.
That's
I
pretty
definitely
crazy.
have the worst 6 man. You have DeJounte Murray and you have Trae Young. Toby, I think Trae Young's the best 6 man.
Yeah, but KD and Wembenyama on the same team, that's kind of
And Steph.
glitchy. That's a
And
glitch.
Steph.
Yeah, come on, man. You know me, Le GM.
Le GM.
But I will bet you that Cam Thomas would average the most points.
Yeah, okay. Maybe the most shots.
Yeah,
Not
okay,
about the
buddy.
most points. Oh gosh.
Well, anyway, Jorie, you finished with the best record, 81 and 1. Toby, you went 80 and 2, and they did me dirty, 71 and 11. But
That was fun. That was fun though. Nice little game.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know what those records were, but it's fun.
yeah,
81 and 1.
That was
Jeez.
shocking. That was shocking.
Oh yeah. All right, well. Yeah, man. I mean, another good episode. A lot to talk about. And it should be fun, man. It's gonna be we're chipping away every week. We're a week closer. But who knows? I feel like next week we'll probably talk about some football for a second before we dive
yeah.
in.
We're in
we
the deepest depths of the NBA offseason.
we got to talk about something. But yeah, man. Any final thoughts?
My PlayStation's about to go into rest mode.
Final thoughts.
Nice.
Not a segment that we touched on, but I thought Ant Edwards was a little out of pocket with those 90s comments. I feel like I was honestly unexpected from Ant Edwards. I feel like he's the type of guy that respects, the OGs, and I don't know. It's not uncommon for these young players to just bash the 90s players and stuff, and vice versa. I think the 90s and early 2000s players constantly shit on the current day players, but I don't know. I just wish there's
profanity, please.
all right, my fault. I just wish there's a little more mutual respect between the two. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. No, I definitely get it. And again, I don't want to ramble too long, but I was listening to NBA radio, and a caller called in talking about this topic. And I thought he brought up a really good point, basically saying, like, as much as the 90s players in the 90s feel disrespected, saying like, oh, none of them had any skill, and it was so much easier to score, or whatever the case may be. The players nowadays, I feel like all they hear is, well, all they do is shoot threes and foul bait, and they're resting all the time and they're soft, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like, I don't know, what do you want them to say? I feel like really at the end of the day, I feel like if you're a good enough player to play in the NBA, I feel like you would have found out, or you would have been able to play, regardless of the generation. Just like skill development is just different than what it was, 30 years ago. It's just not the same. The rules are not the same. And you can say whatever you want about players back then, but I feel like at the end of the day, I mean, they played in the NBA, they did what they needed to do, and time goes on.
Facts.
The game evolves, bro. Game changes. The NFL changes. Baseball changes. All sports change as generations go by. So I'm a little on board with we're done with the 90s, not gonna lie. But
nope. No.
he wasn't wrong. Who else is actually like giving people buckets, bro? You ever see Arenas talk about Grant Hill, bro? Grant Hill came in the league and nobody had ever seen anybody like that. Somebody that big who could actually dribble like side to side. Nobody'd seen that, bro.
Nah, I feel like you're disrespecting.
No,
you're disrespecting.
Scottie Pippen?
Name one guy. Scottie Pippen was not putting up buckets. Like, he was scoring. He could get a shot.
Dude.
He wasn't getting buckets.
Yeah, but that kind of point that Jorie said, if Grant Hill played today, if he was going into his rookie year, he'd be a freak.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, everyone's like, oh, well, none of these players are skilled, but if you put them in today's NBA, they'd probably be better than what they were 30 years ago.
The only thing that all the old heads have against our generation is we're soft, but to them, good defense was just fouling people hard, because you knew if you were Hakeem Olajuwon, if some bozo's coming in the paint on you, you just push that guy over. They're not calling it. So, like, Steph Curry would probably get bullied if he ever went inside the 3-point arc. But if you put today's Steph Curry back in, 1990, he would have been something.
He would have been Mark Price.
People would have thought he was an alien, like he was from a different planet. Like, how are you doing this?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think it's just you can't really say for sure, but I feel like there's a lot of players that
we're done with anything pre-2010.
Nah. But Tim Hardaway, he said Ant Edwards couldn't play in his era. I'm like, I'm NBA player, but he would have been
better than Tim Hardaway. He would have been better than Tim Hardaway.
I don't know.
I didn't say that.
I said it. I'm saying with my chest.
I don't know. It's just funny whenever that debate. It's going to continue to come up forever. It's just people being like,
we're going to continue to love to talk about it.
Yeah, it's just a never-ending debate that we'll never solve because it's impossible. We'll never know, but it's fun to talk about. But yeah, all right. Well, another good episode, like I said. And we'll be back next week with more news and whatever else is going on in the world of hoops.
Seeing you.
Yes, sir. We'll be seeing you.
Network.